Hi everybody, it's Vesper and Kylie again, here to do one more Vinyasa flow for you. Today I want to give a shout out to my Wednesday night crew at the Racket Club. So that would be Lisa, Janice, Joan, Adriana, Mike, David, and everybody else that's out there. Hello, and I miss you all. Can't wait to see you again. Today's flow is going to be based on balance, incorporating balance into our flow during our vinyasa. And just like you need balance on your mat, you need balance in your life. So I hope this helps you today. We're actually going to start off on our back today. So everybody lay down on your back in Shavasana. Feels a little bit tricky, but we'll start a little bit zen and we'll build from there. And 5 natural breaths here, please. Close your eyes. Excuse me. Feel your body. And whatever thoughts are swirling around in your head, if your mind is wandering and worrying, I want you to now start focusing in on your breath. So notice the rise and fall of your rib cage and your lungs. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Take 3 more like that. And then start incorporating that Ujjayi breath. So longer inhales and exhales through your nose. You want those to be even length. So if you're a 4-count inhale, let your exhale be 4 counts. You make that sighing sound out of your mouth, almost like you're going to fog up a mirror, but close your mouth, push that breath out your nose. And take 3 more Ujjayi breaths like that. Deep sighs, 2 more. Beautiful. Big breath in. Open mouth, sigh it out, everybody. Big inhale. Open mouth, sigh it out. Reach your arms above your head and stretch like you just woke up. Twirl your wrists, twirl your feet. Go 4 or 5 times one way, pardon, and then 4 or 5 times another way. Balancing out your body, the yin and the yang. Good. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Flip your right foot over your left. So you'll be in this position, and you're going to do a little lateral flexion to the side, stretching open that right side body. And if you want a deeper stretch, lengthen through that left arm. It sounds counterproductive, but it works. Good breath. 1 more big breath in. Exhale. Inhale to center, unwind. And you're going to do the other side. So now you're going to grab the left wrist. With the right hand, kick the left foot over the right. And then open the left side body. Lateral flexion the other way. Good. Keep moving. Good. Big breath in. Sigh it out. And then inhale to center, unwind. Good. Tuck your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big old squeeze hug here. Grab your shins. Bring your nose to your knees and kiss yourself. And if you can't kiss yourself, blow yourself kisses. Keep coming to yoga. Good. Relax the shoulders down. Let the knees gently fall out wide. Send the feet to the sky. Happy baby. You can grab the outsides of the feet and rock from side to side here, massaging out those long spine muscles that run up and down your vertebrae, at least on each side of your vertebrae. Good. Some really gentle, you haven't warmed up the hamstrings yet, so some really gentle ninja kicks by bending one knee and straightening the other leg, and then do the other side. Maybe a gentle straddle, whatever feels good to you here. Good. Bring your knees and your feet together. Flex your feet. Send them straight up to the sky. Bring your thumb tips under your hip bones. We're going to do a little ab work here to start strengthening those core muscles and getting them ready to incorporate those balance poses. So we're going to lower our feet to the mat for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 is halfway, 4, 3, 2, at 1, I want them to hover about an inch over the mat. Lift your head, just like Kylie's doing there. Perfect. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your toes. We all need a pedicure, I'm sure. Big breath in. Good. Exhale, drop the shoulders, lift the feet. Straight up to the sky. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Lower the feet about 30% of the way and stop. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Lower the feet about 30% of the way. You're at about 60%. Big breath in. Big breath out. Lower them all the way to 90% where they hover again. Good. Look at your toes. Crunch up just like Kylie's doing. Point your toes. Separate your feet from left to right about 12 inches, and we're going to butterfly crisscross in the middle. So go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay with me. Feet straight up in the air, shoulders down. Take a tuck, knees into the chest. Great job, everybody. Great job, Kylie. Thank you. Breathe here. And again, you can rock from side to side, massaging out those hip bones, massaging out the muscles in the back. And we're going to do just a little bit more ab work. Wonderful. So put your thumb tips back under your hip bones. Feet go straight up to the sky. Good. We're going to lower again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. At 1, hover those feet about an inch over the mat. Crunch up just like Kylie's doing. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the toes, wiggle the toes. Drop the shoulders, lift the feet. Big breath in. Big breath out. Notice Kylie's keeping a soft bend in her knees, protecting those hamstrings still. You can do that at home as well. Not everything has to be a perfect straight line in yoga. Good. On your exhale, drop your feet about 30%. Hold. Big breath in. Big breath out. Drop your feet about 30%. Big breath in. Big breath out. Drop them all the way to 90%. Hover them over the mat. Crunch up. Point your toes. This time we're going to flutter up and down. Little butterfly kicks up and down like you're splashing in the water. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Drop the shoulders. Lift the feet. Tuck the knees into the chest. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. This time I want you to rock from shoulder blade to tailbone, forward and back, not side to side. And we're going to flip you over into your first down dog. So go from tailbone to shoulders 3 or 4 times. Be silly, have fun. This should feel good. And whenever you're ready on your last 3rd or 4th rock and roll, you're just going to cross your legs, flip over just like Kylie Ann did, coming into down dog. Pedal out your dog here. Good. Bend a knee, straighten a knee, just like this. Just starting to warm up those muscles down the back sides of the legs. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower. Take 3 more like that. Your breath. Perfect. Good. And when you're ready, just bring yourself to a place of stillness. Soften through the back of the ankles, the back of the heels there. Spread your fingertips wide, pressing into the palm of your hand right at the base of your knuckles. Drop your head, getting your chest a little closer to your thighs. Breathe here. Now notice we have blocks today, and I have not asked Kylie if she's going to use them or not, but we'll try to show you a couple examples of using blocks and balance poses. 3 more breaths. Set that intention of maybe balance today, stillness, whatever you need for you in your life right now. See that word in the center of your forehead. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bring the ankles together to touch in the back. Hinge forward to high plank. So Kylie is doing a plank on her toes here. She's going to push up and out of her shoulder blades right here and not dump in, keeping the abdominals tight, up and in, keeping the glutes tight. Big breath in. Exhale, push back to down dog. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring the ankles to touch together in the back. Hinge forward to high plank. Breathing here, not dumping into the shoulder blades. Keep pushing up and out instead of letting your chest drop. Big breath in. Push back to down dog. Good. Breath in. Breath out. Walk your hands back to your feet. Separate your feet a little wider than normal. Take a rag doll here. So your feet can be about 4 to 6 inches apart, or if you need a little wider stance, that is fine too. Grab opposite elbows, deep bend in the knees, putting your belly right on your lap, shifting your weight forward, working to get those hips stacked over the ankles. Drop your head, breathe. Good, big breath in. Exhale, drop your hands to the mat. Walk your hands to your right side body, drop your head. Breathing here. Maintaining that bend in the knees. On your exhale, and then inhale to center, and then exhale around to the other side. Drop your head. Breathing here. Good, big breath in. Exhale, and then inhale to center. Good. Inhale, a halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Mountain pose. Sweep the fingertips to the sky. Stand all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, stretch up and back. Open the heart, trying to lead from the heart and not dumping into the neck. Beautiful. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to take one more of those. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Fingertips to sky, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up and reach back, lifting from the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And walk out to a high plank. Bring your ankles to touch together in the back. This time, come down on your right forearm and left forearm. Good. Breathing here. We're going to do a forearm plank. I'm going to roll Kylie toward you first. Left forearm plank. She's going to roll over on her left ankle. And then she's going to reach that arm up and reach the hips up. Beautiful. Perfect. Breathing here. You can also carefully drop your left knee. If you decide to do that, I want you to lift your right leg. Big breath in. Exhale back to center. Good. Recenter yourself. Restabilize. Get situated. Pull in, up and in. Lower abdominals as well, about 2 inches below your belly button. And we're going to roll her to her right side plank now. Forearm plank. If you choose to challenge yourself here, you can stay on your palms. But we're really starting to work the abdominals, the obliques, and the side body. Big breath in, reach taller, get longer. And then exhale back to center. Go ahead, lower your knees, and then carefully lower your chest down to the ground. We're going to take a locust pose here. Thumbs or pinkies up over your tailbone, pull in, lift up the heart, the head, the feet when you're ready. Beautiful. And so the idea here is to get long from crown to toe. This is one of the best poses you can do for you in yoga, locust pose. Big breath in, get longer, get stronger. Beautiful. Plant your hands directly under your armpits. Good. And then you can push to your hands and knees and then down dog. Wonderful. Breath in, breath out. One more. Resetting your down dog, your feet about 2 fist widths apart, whatever that means for you. Big breath in. Exhale, look forward, step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. We're really going to get moving now. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Notice Kylie's getting real long, tailbone to crown, hands to the mat. Now this is our vinyasa portion. We're going to step back to high plank. You can hinge forward to low plank and then do up dog or cobra. Cobra on the tops of your thighs, up dog on the tops of your feet, down dog. You can also skip the planks and just go from high plank to down dog, or just plant your hands and step back to down dog, your choice. We're gonna do 2 more quickly like that before we start to incorporate our balance poses. So big breath in. Exhale, look forward, step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, beautiful line. Exhale, fold. Mountain pose, big breath, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat, your vinyasa, your body, your flow. High to low plank, up dog to down. On your exhale, look forward, step forward, both feet. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Mountain pose, if you want to incorporate that heart opener, look up and back, that's up to you. Exhale, fold when you're ready. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and then hands to the mat. High to low plank, shifting forward, up dog to down, or whatever modifications you do for you. Now we're going to start incorporating those balance poses. Get ready. On your exhale, look forward, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Good. So what I'm going to do here is just start Kylie on her left side. You can start on either side. So you're going to root down through your left foot. You're going to bring your right knee straight up and out so that your thigh bone is parallel with the mat. Beautiful. And from there, you're going to push your foot straight out. Try not to drop your knee here. Go ahead and push your foot straight out to the front of your body. Arms up. Biceps by ears. Big breath in. Get longer, get stronger. Exhale, bring the foot down and fold forward. Plant the foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat. Vinyasa through, high to low plank, up dog to down. We're going to take that on the other side where the right foot is going to root and the left foot is going to grow. On your exhale, look forward, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice job. Exhale, fold. Mountain pose. Hands to heart center. This is called a one-leg Tadasana. So when you're ready, root. Don't dump into that hip. Keep pushing up, up, up here. Get that knee straight out from the hip, 90-degree angles, thigh parallel with the mat. When you're ready, Kylie Ann, push that foot straight out. Perfect. Breathing here, biceps by ears, big reach up. Breathe, look up, breath in. Exhale, hands and foot come down. Good, good, fold, yes. Inhale, halfway lift, perfect. Hands to the mat. High plank, all the way to down dog, and whatever modifications you need for you. Good. One more. We're just going to do one sane without the balances. On your exhale, look forward, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and fold. Mountain pose, and fold. Halfway lift, hands to the mat, flowing through to down dog. Perfect. Big breath in. Big breath out. On your exhale, look forward, step or hop forward, both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your big toes to touch. Leave an inch or two between your heels. You're going to bend your knees, pull up and in, drop your high knee, lift up, chair pose. Biceps by ears. Beautiful. So a slight tuck here of the tailbone and a draw in of the abdominals. All the abdominals knitting at the rib cage too. Good. Big breath in, look up. Get longer through your middle fingers. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the mat. High plank. Flowing all the way through to down dog in whatever form is good for you. You noticed last round Kylie skipped her planks, and that's okay. That's good. That's what she needs to do today. On your exhale, look forward, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Building that cardio. When you're ready, bend your knees, drop your tush. Yep, chair pose. Big breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the mat, flow through. High plank, vinyasa through to down dog. If you want to take that low plank and up dog, please do. On your exhale, look forward, step or hop forward. We're going to do one more with chair. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. When you're ready, chair pose. Breath in and fold. Halfway lift. And then hands to the mat, flow through to down dog. Good. Big inhale. Big exhale. Now we're going to incorporate the eagle pose with our chair pose. So when you're ready, Kylie, exhale, look forward, hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. and fold. Good. Chair pose when you're ready. Okay. Again, hands to heart center. You can also take a low V or hands to your hips, whatever feels right to you, whatever you need to do for your balance. So this time, keeping that bend in your knees, you're going to start shifting your weight to your left foot. Let that right foot get really light and floaty. Bring it over. It can do a kickstand on the mat, on your toes, just like that. Or you can lift it and tuck it. Totally up to you, yogi's choice. Right leg is over, so right arm under in a hug or a twist. Go ahead, Kai. Whatever you want to take here. Good. Breathing here. Notice Kylie brought her elbows up to the height of her shoulders. That was perfect. Good. One more breath. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, unwind the body. Inhale, reach up, fill up. Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, flow through to down dog. Big inhale. Big exhale. Look forward, hop forward, both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose when you're ready. Good. This time, switching your weight to your right leg. You're going to shift without dumping. I want you to stay lifted. You can keep a bend in that knee without sinking all into your joints. Let that left foot get light, get floaty, and then bring it over in a kickstand or a tuck of the leg. Left leg is over, left arm under, hug or a twist. Good. Drawing in, sinking down into that thigh, getting in those glutes a little bit. Breathing here. 2 more breaths. And again, hands where you need them for balance. We love to take this twist or a hug, but if you need to keep them on your hips or down by your side today, please do that. Big breath in, unwind your body. Inhale, stand up, fill up, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat, flow through to down dog. Good. Big inhale. Big exhale. Now I'm going to run you through a full sun B 2 times with warrior 1 the first time and warrior 2 the second time with chair in the middle, right? So big inhale. Exhale, look forward, step forward, both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Yes, we're building heat. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, flow through to down dog. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, bring the right foot to the right hand, drop the left foot to the mat, coming up into warrior 1, squaring the hips. Good. Breathing here, just a couple breaths, getting longer through the middle fingertips. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, hands through heart center to the mat. High to low plank, up dog to down. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, left foot to left hand, drop the right foot to the mat. Reaching up, warrior 1 on this side. Stabilizing here, squaring the hips. Breathing, watching that knee, right? It tracks towards your middle toes on the front knee. On your exhale, hands to heart center, to the mat. High to low plank, up dog to down. Breath in, breath out. Now we're going to do that with the chair pose again. On your exhale, look forward, step forward, both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold. Chair pose, bend the knees, drop the high knee, sweep up, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back, get long. Almost want to feel that cow sensation, hands to the mat. High to low plank, up dog to down. Or you can skip the vinyasa and just push to down dog. Beautiful. On your exhale, bring your right foot to your right hand, drop your left foot to the mat, warrior 1, lift, grow, plant, grow. And when you're ready, open out warrior 2. So you're going to square your hips to the wall. Beautiful. And then watch that knee. Watch where it's tracking. It tends to want to drop into your center line here. So if you make sure your feet are in alignment, either from heel to heel or heel to arch, that will help you. Breathing here. Big breath in. Helicopter your hands to the mat. High to low plank. Up dog to down. We're going to do the other side on your exhale, left foot to left hand. So she's going to open out to you. Drop your right foot to the mat. Lift up, root, grow, open out, flow. Beautiful. Warrior 2 here. Watching that front knee. making sure it's tracking towards the middle toes, breathing here a few breaths. And on your exhale, hands to the mat. High to low plank, up dog to down. Good, breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Good, breath in. And sigh it out. Good, drop your head. Get your chest a little closer to your thighs. Now we're gonna incorporate a half moon into that warrior two. We're gonna take that a little bit slower. So on your exhale, look forward, step forward, both feet. Starting from chair, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chair pose. On your exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back, and then hands to the mat, flowing through to down dog, either taking that vinyasa or pushing back to down dog, just like Kylie did there. This time I'm gonna go left side first, so we open out to you first, and we're gonna use the block. On your exhale, left foot to left hand, drop the right foot to the mat. Warrior one, flowing through, opening out on the exhale, warrior two. Setting up for half moon here. So if you want to use a block, you're gonna set your block or your book or your little stool catty corner from your big toe, okay? About 6 inches or so. You're gonna start shifting your weight forward, reaching out through your left fingers, and then reach that left hand down to your ankle first. Set your vision, your gaze, your jirsti. Look down for your block, and then bring your left hand to it. And then you're gonna shift forward, lifting that right leg. Perfect, breathing here. Lifting a little longer, a little stronger. Deep bend in that left knee. Bend that left knee now. Beautiful, and then drop that right foot, coming back to warrior two. Perfect, just like that. You guys can do it. If you fall, if you wobble, just try again. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. High to low plank. Up dog to down. Now we're gonna take that on the other side. So when you hit your down dog, big breath in. Exhale, right foot to right hand. Coming up, warrior one to warrior two. I almost forgot what side we were on. Had to think about it for a minute. Good. And then setting up your block, taking a minute. It's okay to set up your block if you need to. So from here, she's going to reach through her fingertips first and bring her right hand down to her right ankle. And then when she's ready, she will drop her gaze, her jirsti or her vision, right? She's gonna be looking for that block, reach the right hand to the block, shifting your weight forward, lifting up into half moon on the other side. Lifting, growing, flowing, big breath in. Deep bend in that right knee, coming back into warrior two. Whoop, pull in. And then bend that right knee, hands to the mat, high to low plank, up dog to down. Good, big breath in, big breath out, big inhale. Exhale, bring your knees down to the mat. Take 3 cat-cows here. We've got one more balance pose to show you. Good, rolling the shoulders away from the chin and then rounding out like a Halloween cat. Flexing that spine, contracting that spine. 2 more, your breath. Good, and then bringing the knees out wide, bringing the tailbone back to the heels, pushing into child's pose, regaining your breath. This one's a challenging one. The last set we're gonna do before we do cool down is just either a warrior three or an airplane from crescent lunge. And so same concept is gonna apply just while you're taking your breath here and you're regaining your ujjayi. When you come down out of that pose, deep bend in the leg to bring that opposite leg back. Good, big breath in. Push to your hands and knees, flip your toes into down dog. And after this series through crescent, then we're gonna start taking our cool down. I know it's already time, so big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. So before we get into crescent, I'm gonna go ahead and let you stretch your hips. So bring your right leg straight out. behind you, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, bring the heel to the bum, perfect. And then 4 hip circles to the left, 4 to the right. Little baby ones or big ones, doesn't matter. It's your body, being careful. Carefully square the hips, straighten the leg, and then put the foot down. And then lifting that left leg up. Bend the knee, squeeze the heel to the bum, then open the hip, and then take the hip circles. These little hip circles can also be done on your hands and knees in tabletop. And when you're ready, carefully straighten the leg, and then bring it down to the mat. Good. On your exhale, bring your right foot to your right hand. This time stay high on the ball of your left foot. Pull everything in, lift up, crescent lunge. Breathing here. And Kylie's got a nice long line in that leg. Perfect. Fantastic. So hands to heart center or low V or your hips. You're going to hinge forward first at your hip creases, right? Bringing your crown to the front of the room. And then you're going to lift off. You might want to lift your chest just a little bit. You're going to lift off into an airplane. Beautiful. Or a warrior 3. Yep, so Kylie's showing airplane with her hands back, and then she showed warrior 3. And on about your 3rd or 5th breath, bend in that knee, and then bring that foot back down to the mat. That was fantastic. Big breath in. Hands through heart center to the mat. Flow through. High to low plank. Up dog to down. On your exhale, when you're ready, left foot to left hand. Crescent lunge on the other side, So when you set your crescent, if your feet are on separate railroad tracks, you'll have better balance. You've got to pull in at those inner thighs, right? Beautiful long line. Kylie is high on the ball of the right foot. So hands to your heart center first. Good. Bending into this front knee just a little. And then long line, she's going to take the crown of her head to the mirrors first. Yeah, and then when she's ready, she's going to lift off. And sometimes airplanes have turbulence. So when you're ready, you can bring your hands behind you for airplane or straight out in front of you for warrior 3, whatever feels right to you. And after about her 3rd or 5th breath, deep bend in that knee, coming back down into crescent. Perfect. Hands to the mat on the exhale. High to low plank, up dog to down. Good. Big breath in. Big breath out. Couple more sighs like that. And we're going to take a tree on each side before we go into our cool down, because what would be a yoga flow for balance without tree? So when you're ready, on your exhale, look forward, step forward, both feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. And carefully turn toward the camera, please, ma'am. So we're going to root the right foot, and the left foot is going to grow and flow. So you can choose to put your toes on the ground for a kickstand, or you can put your foot on your calf, just like Kylie's doing here. You can also grab that foot and pick it up and put it right on your thigh. Totally up to you, whatever you want to do for your body today. And one side might be different than the other, and that's okay. And when you're ready, grow your branches. And about maybe like 10 breaths here. But Kylie's already done about 10. So when you're ready, honey, big breath in. Exhale, come down, give a little shimmy. You've been doing a lot of balance work, one on each side. Good. So when you're ready, we're going to take tree on the other side. So this time, left foot is going to root, right foot is going to grow. You can kickstand or put it on your calf or your thigh. So the important part here is not dumping into those joints. Go ahead and dump in. And you see how she's letting her bones do the work here. When she pulls up and in, lifts up, 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 using her muscles, pulling in at the abdominals. It's really important. Grow your branches. And about 5 more breaths. Good. Big breath in, reach up, fill up. Exhale, come down, give a little shimmy. Beautiful. Turn toward the top of the mat. Good. And then big breath in, reach up, fill up. Exhale, hands to the mat. And just push back to down dog. Good. Breathing here. We're going to do a little bit of belly work and a bridge before you take you into the total cool down. So bring your ankles to touch together in the back. Hinge forward to high plank. Okay. You can stay in high plank or you can carefully lower your knees here if you'd like. And then we're going to lower, hinging forward, bend at the elbows all the way to our belly. Good. Right cheek on the mat. Really nice work. Beautiful. And then you can just rock your sacrum here. I'm going to help Kylie rock her sacrum today by putting my foot right gently on her sacrum. This is something that I learned in my training for assisted stretch. But you can do this at home just by rocking your hips back and forth, releasing some of those back and hip muscles. Beautiful. Chin to neutral. When you're ready, pull everything in. Big breath into that upper register in your back. Locust pose. Lift the heart, the head, the feet. Squeeze the thumb tips up over the tailbone. Thumbs or pinkies, whichever way you want to face your palms. 2 more breaths. On the inhales, get longer. And 1 more. Get longer, get stronger. Exhale, carefully lower left cheek on the mat. This time I'm going to have Kylie bend at the knees, bringing her feet towards her bum. Slowly windshield wiper her legs from left to right. We want a windshield wiper like there's a trickle, not a rainstorm. Remember, it's one of my favorite things to say. And we're going to do that about 3 more times on each side. Beautiful. And when you're ready, Kylie, even yourself out and then just flatten your feet. Fantastic. You're going to sweep your arms around to the front. Tuck those elbows directly under your armpits. Yep. Move them forward even just a little bit more, ma'am. Perfect. Pushing up to Sphinx pose. Yep. Beautiful. So equal pressure from elbow to palm. Roll the shoulders open away from the chin and the neck, relaxing them down. And then squeeze the glutes, aim the tailbone toward your heels. It'll take the kink out of your back. Close your eyes. 10 breaths here. About 5 more breaths. Good. Big breath in. Sigh it out. Wonderful. You're going to push to your hands and knees. You're going to bring your tailbone back to your heels, coming into hero's pose. Sit up, crown up. Back to your hands on your lap, palms up. 3 breaths. Close your eyes. This is called hero's pose. Good. 1 more breath. Wonderful. Blink your eyes open. You're just going to come down to your left hip, swing your feet around to the front of the mat. Bend your knees, walk your feet in towards your tailbone, lay back, getting ready for your bridge pose. So you want your feet separated maybe around 4 to 6 inches. Some people need wider, some people need a little closer. That's okay. You should almost be able to reach down and tap your ankles. The first thing I want you to do is draw in at the belly button. I want your whole spine to fill up the mat so that you can feel that. And when you're ready, push through your feet, equally lift your hips, walk your shoulder blades in. Option to just walk those shoulder blades in or take that bind by clasping the hands under your hips and pulling straight down. And then just lift your chin slightly off your chest. We all tend to tuck here. Lift up just a little bit. Good. About 2 more breaths. Breathing some love into those hips. Big breath in, grow longer, get stronger. Exhale, carefully roll down. Good. Stay right where you are. We're going to take 1 more of those. All right. Big breath in. Exhale, draw the abdominals in, belly button to spine, 2 inches below. Knit in at the rib cage. Let your whole spine fill up the mat. Push through your feet, lift your hips, bridge pose. This is also one of the best poses that you can do for you in yoga. 5 to 10 breaths, depending on the length of your breath and how long you want to work this pose. Drawing in those shoulder blades. Good, about 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Exhale, release the hands. Gently roll the hips down. Fantastic. Pull your knees into your chest. Good, and give yourself a little rock here. And then you're going to bring your feet down to the floor, put the soles of your feet together, let your knees open wide very carefully. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And about 5 breaths here. When we're finished here, we're going to go into some forward folds, a couple of stretches here and there, and we're going to go then back to the mat and back to Shavasana, right where you started from. You have about 15 more minutes or so. Stay with me. All right, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. One more big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Bring your knees together, tuck them into your chest. Rock and roll 3 or 4 times. Shoulder blade to tailbone. Be silly, have fun. And on your last one, when you're ready, you just cross your feet and come into down dog. Working a half pigeon here. So just a reminder, we didn't work a lot of the legs today with the exception of the balance poses. So we're going to go into half pigeon, but you can do this pose also on your back. So you're going to bring your right knee to your right wrist, laying your shin as parallel as possible across the front of the mat, lengthening through that left leg, and then slowly lowering down. Options for your block or your book. Probably a stool would be a little bit too high, but if this hip hurts, if this is too much pressure, put this block right up under that hip for support and bring that cheek down on it. So on the other side, I'm actually going to have Kylie do this pose in supine position on her back for the left side. So about 5 more breaths here. Good, 2 more breaths. Big breath in. Exhale out. Plant your hands on the mat. Okay, stay right here, please, Kylie. So you can either flip those left toes and push into down dog, or if you want to do this pose on your back, I'm going to show you that now. So Kylie, we just roll over on your hips, swing your legs around to the front. So she opened up that right hip. We're going to open up the left hip. So she's going to lay on her back. She's going to bring her left, actually go ahead, plant that right foot again. Bring the left ankle to the right knee, and then she's just going to lift that right leg off the ground. So option to grab the back of the right thigh. Okay, and you can keep this leg bent, or you can straighten it up in the air. Be mindful of those hamstrings, soft bend in the knee if you need it. So, half pigeon on your belly or on your back. Totally up to you. And about 5 more breaths here. Good. Big breath in. Side out. Big inhale. Side out. So for Kylie, she's just going to carefully lower her feet, unwind her legs, and rock up to a seated position, a staff position, or a pike position, legs straight out. If you are on your belly in half pigeon, you're just going to plant your hands, lift your heart, and then roll over on that hip, swing your legs around to the front, just like she did to get supined earlier. So from here, find your sits bones and very carefully lift up, reaching, creating space between the hips and the rib cage. Beautiful. Exhale, forward fold. Breathing here. If you can't reach your toes like Kylie can, don't worry about that. It's not a problem. You just go as far as you can go. But we are going to stay here about 10 breaths. And about 5 more breaths. And just another reminder, blocks are good for forward folds too. So if you need to put this under your head in your forward fold, you can do that. And a couple more breaths here. Good. Big breath in. Exhale and then inhale, reach up, bring your right leg in, leave your left leg out, seated tree. When you're ready, make sure those sits bones are underneath your hips. They're directly on the mat. Big breath in and exhale, fold. Drop the head, breathe here about 10 breaths. If you remember from last time, about 1 minute of time will pass in about 10 to 15 breaths, depending on how deep and long your breath is, right? So we hold each pose about a minute in order to get the muscles to release and to relax into that stretch, so to speak. So about 72 seconds, right? So for me, that's about 12 breaths, right in that 10 to 15 breath range. And a few more breaths here. And then we're going to do this on the other side. Big breath in. Exhale. And then inhale, lift up. Good. This time we're actually going to do a couple of more stretches with that same leg extended. So lift the right knee and plant the foot. Beautiful. And then cross the right foot over the left thigh. Fantastic. Plant your right hand behind you. Push up, lift up, get taller through the crown, just like Kylie did. And then placing the left arm on the right thigh, you're gonna twist and breathe here. Beautiful. So in order to gain access to a deeper twist, you have to get length, taller through your crown, more space between the rib cage and the hip bones. And a couple more breaths here. And on the last couple exhales, I just want you to exhale into the twist. I don't want this to be painful. Sharp shooting pains are bad. Warming, shaky muscles, sometimes those are good, right? Building strength. Big breath in. Exhale and unwind to the front. Kylie, keep that right leg over the top of your left. Extend it straight out and then hook your bottom foot with your top foot perfectly. Find your sits bones. Inhales, reach up, fill up. And then exhale, forward. Yeah, drop the head. In class, when we do this stretch, a lot of people growl at me. It's okay. I'm used to it. Good, and we're gonna go about 5 more breaths here. Exhaling and relaxing into that. Now again, if you can't reach your toes, that's okay. Just go as far as you can go. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, and then inhale, reach up, unwind your legs. Give them a little beat down. This is where we're gonna bend a leg and straighten a leg and kind of beat down the thighs a little bit. And we're gonna do the other side. So the first thing we start with is the tree, the seated tree. Right leg stays long, left leg, left foot into your thigh or your calf. Never push on your joints if you can help it. Big inhale, reach up, fill up. Exhale, fold, about 10 breaths here. Now, just as a reminder, if that bent leg hurts, if it's too much pressure on that inner thigh, on those adductor muscles, use your block or a rolled up towel or something to support that knee. A few more breaths here. Good, big breath in. Exhale, release into the stretch, and then big breath in. And then roll up, good. And then you're gonna lift that left knee and cross that foot over the right thigh, keeping the foot planted. You're gonna bring your left hand behind you, plant it behind your hips and push, lift straight up, and then twist toward the thigh. Good, the left thigh that is. Putting the back of the right arm on the thigh for support and for a little deeper stretch if you want it. And we're going to take about 5 more breaths here. Good, big breath in. Exhale into the twist. And then big breath in. Unwind the body. Okay, you're gonna straighten the left leg, but keep it over the top of the right. And then you're gonna hook your bottom foot with your top toes. Inhale, reach up, fill up. Exhale, fold. Drop the head. Breathing here. You will feel this one all up, sometimes a little bit in the Achilles, and those outer bands of muscles along the leg from the ankle all the way into the thigh sometimes, even into the hips a little bit maybe, depending on how tight you are. A few more breaths here. Good. Big breath in. Exhale. Release down. Big breath in. And then good, exhale, lifting, growing, good. Unwind the legs, bend the knees, plant the feet, reach the arms out, and slow roll to the mat. We're going to take a couple of stretches here before we go into full Shavasana. Good, one more big stretch like you just woke up. Twist the wrists, twist the ankles. 4 or 5 times one way, then 4 or 5 times the other way. Beautiful. Bring your right knee into your right armpit and then roll over to your left side body. And we talked about this a little last time. Support that left knee, bolster, block, or the floor. And then once you've gotten the knee supported, then you can open that right arm out, coming into a supine twist. So it's okay if your arm doesn't touch the ground like it does for Kylie. It's very common for us to be very tight across the shoulder blades and across the pectoral area and the chest area. Very common. So if you're starting to get some tingling in your fingertips, just bend at the elbow and bring your hand to your rib cage or your belly. Couple more big breaths here. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, unwind to center. Right leg goes out, left knee into the armpit, and then roll over to your right side body. See how Kylie takes her knee and her arm with her. Left knee, left arm. She braces that knee, and then she's gonna open that left arm out. Perfect. Breathing here. And if one side touches the mat and the other side doesn't, the one arm touches the mat and the other side doesn't, when you open up, completely normal for us to be tighter on one side than the other. Good, big breath in. And exhale to center. Good, and we're gonna go into a waterfall pose just for about a minute before we go into full Shavasana. I really wanna encourage you to stay the full 5 minutes in your Shavasana, or 7 minutes, whatever's left, because it's said to be the hardest pose, because especially Westerners, we have a hard time shutting off our brain. So today we're gonna do waterfall first and then Shavasana. Please challenge yourself to stay the full last 5 minutes. So the first thing you're gonna do is just bend the knees, tuck them into your chest, and go straight up in the air with them for waterfall. Keeping a slight bend in the knees. This is a perfect pose to change your mood. It's a perfect pose to change your stress and anxiety level. And it's a great pose for sleeping, blood pressure, circulation. I could go on. And you're gonna stay here about a minute or so. If you don't have a yoga buddy to brace your feet on, feel free to use your wall. Close your eyes. And just relax. All right, big breath in, everyone. Sigh it out. Bringing your feet down to the ground. All the way, stretch your legs out to the end of your mat. Backs of the hands on the floor, palms up to the love and light and energy around you. Close your eyes, and I'm going to do a little bit of a walk down here, since we have the time. So starting with your feet, I want you to relax your toes, relax your ankles, take a minute to feel the weight of your legs on the floor or the mat where you are. Softening the calves, softening the quads, relaxation in the kneecaps. Release any tension around your hips. And for the first time all class, I'm going to tell you to relax your belly button, soften. Right across your chest, right across your clavicle area. Let that area melt down. Let your shoulders melt into the floor. And feel the weight of your arms and the backs of your hands on the floor. Starting at your tailbone, do a little spinal walk upward, feeling your spine growing longer and stronger. Plenty of room in there for every little vertebrae, every disc. And you're going to follow that through your hips and your waist, and through your shoulder blades. And then going right up the back of your neck, right where your neck meets your head at the base of your skull. Soften all those muscles. And clench your jaw. Let your eyes fall back in your head. Just when you think you've relaxed every muscle in your face and your forehead, relax a little more. In the center of your forehead, I want you to envision that word that you started with earlier in that first down dog, in that first rag doll, whether it was balance, whether it was stability, peace and calm. See those words. Let the crown of your head open up and let a beautiful white golden light flood your body, wrapping and bathing every organ, every bone, every joint, and every muscle. I want that white golden light to run down your legs and out your toes, and down your arms and out your fingertips. Let it fill up your heart. And now close the crown of your head. Stay right where you are, relaxing, breathing, and holding on to that beautiful light that's inside you, so you can sparkle on the inside. I invite you to stay right here in Shavasana for as long as you need to, and for Kylie and I, that's all for today. We thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you enjoy the video once it gets recorded and uploaded. And even though we are at a social distancing policy in our country, I want you to remember to, in life, play on. Thank you, everyone.